Hey, what's going on everyone? Fire Dad back here. I am going to be opening up some packages live on stream. Got a few here. Actually, I think I have some around maybe 10, 12 different packages that I'll be opening up, excuse me. And yeah, super excited to get into it. There's some stuff here from people that you might know. A bunch of stuff that I've gotten off of eBay and other places. Yeah, super excited. But yeah, so I guess I will, well here, before I get into it, I'll, I guess, just go by one. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 different packages here that I'll be opening up. Hey, Chaotic, how's it going? How you doing? Alright. Well, I guess might as well get into it. There's not really any particular order that I'll be opening these up in, but I guess I'll start small. I think this is one of the smaller items. Got a bubble envelope here. Actually, I might need to adjust my camera one sec. If I can get this angle down just a little bit. Alright. That's a little bit better. Alright, which one is this? Okay. So yeah, pretty much starting at about as small as you can get. Got this here, Stickerland sticker book. There was a number of these Stickerland sticker books that were put out. This is one I didn't have. But you can see here, hello Martin, how you doing? This was released during the Swap Force area, obviously. And it looks like they are all the same flipping through. Each page has the same stickers on it, but go ahead and get a good look for the camera there. There we are. That is package number 1. So I'll go ahead and set that off to the side for now. Next up, let's see, this one I don't think is that big either, so we'll go with this one next. And these first few I'm just kind of breezing through just because I know they're not anything super special or anything, but yeah, so here I have a Skylanders birthday card. These were available at pretty much anywhere birthday cards were sold, Target, Walmart, Hallmark, you name it. This is says on the top here, when it comes to great sons, on the inside, you're unstoppable and unswappable. Okay. Happy birthday to the one and only. It's got some of the Swap Force life characters on there. And then as well, you open up the card this way and comes a poster, which to be honest is one of the better looking posters I've seen Skylanders make. But yeah, got that. Comes with the envelope there. And that is number 2 there. Anyways, but yeah, hope you guys' day is going all right. Got chat off to my side here, so if you see me looking over, that's why. But yeah, anyways, and I do have some other like extra goodies set off to the side here, which I'll get into that. But yeah, anyways, let's see, what should we open up next? Let's see. One moment here. Alright. Well, I suppose I'll go in with this one. Which one is this? Oh, I think this is one of the ones from SCL Map. So, for those that don't know, SCL Matt. You've probably seen him on Discord, on YouTube, or just from his website, Skylanders Character List, or his shop. But he holds weekly Whatnot Wednesday auctions every Wednesday at 6 p.m. He will host an auction on Whatnot where he sells items that aren't currently aren't usually put up in the shop. And this package contains one of those things. Go ahead and open it up. Here's a pretty small package. I think it's the smallest of the bunch. Now I should have mentioned Chaotic. I know you're in chat. I know that, just as a forewarning, none of these things are nearly as cool as some of the stuff you pull almost like each week, to be honest. So don't get your hopes too high for some of the cool things that I'll be unboxing, but still stuff I didn't have nonetheless, so can't complain. Let's see here. Tape there. And this is the first of two packages from SCL Matt that I have gotten in. So we'll get to the next one shortly, which has a lot more than this one does. But opening it up has this packing slip here. Awesome, yes. Alright, I'll go ahead and so you can see packed pretty well. We got some paper and then some bubble wrap in there. There we are. Alright, so I'll open it up this way and see if you can kind of see what's in there. So there's two Happy Meal toys in here. First one I'm pulling out of the box is Prison Break. This is number 6 from the Swap Force line. And there is a button on the back of this toy. You press it and it lights up. And then as well included inside is a $10 off coupon for Skylanders Swap Force that, I mean, at this point is obviously very long expired. So on here expires May 31st, 2014. So not like I could use this even if Skylanders were still in stores, but it was one of the ones that I didn't have as far as Happy Meals go. So when I started collecting Skylanders, it started back in December of 2012 for Christmas. I got starter package of figures, and I was just a kid then. And it wasn't really until Trap Team announcements were starting to come around when I started to really get into collecting them. Like before then I would consider myself like more of a casual player. I didn't have every figure. I was still trying to get the ones that I didn't have if I saw one in store, but I wasn't like out there hunting all the time. I wasn't, you know, going after every single little thing that they came out with. But that being said, that is why for the Giants and Swap Force Happy Meal toys, I actually, until right now, did not have any of them. So I have Prison Break here, and then the next one up, which, gotta be honest, is probably my favorite Happy Meal toy that they made as a whole. And this is number 8. This is the Chompy Happy Meal toy. Once again, same coupon inside. And how this one works, there's a little wheel on the bottom of the toy, so when you roll it across the surface, the Chompy's mouth opens and closes. That being said, I'm not going to be opening these. I'm going to keep these still new in their baggies. Go ahead and set the box off to the side. And now I'm going to go ahead and get into this over here. So this is a Skylanders Giants drawstring bag. I ended up getting this at Best Buy in like 2013 or somewhere around there. And it came with a little rubber Skylanders Giants logo keychain. It came with a bracelet. It came with a couple other little things in there. But now it is what I keep all of my Happy Meal toys in. So if I open this up here, you can see, well, you can kind of see in there. But I have all of the Trap Team, the Superchargers ones. Well, I shouldn't say all of the Superchargers ones because there's two that weren't released in the US. Stealth Stinger here is one of them. The other one being Splatter Splasher, I do not have. But besides that, all the Trap Team and Superchargers ones, when they were coming out, I made it a point of getting 2 of each toy, one to take out and one to keep in its baggie. And all of those in their baggies are in here. And so now these will be joining them. And this is kept just on a shelf in my room, just kind of like this. I will at some point probably try and find a better way of storing these or displaying these or something like that. But that is what what my solution is for now. I'm gonna get a little caught up on chat here. All right. Yeah, card is really cool. I was expecting, so the listing for the birthday card said that it included a poster, but I didn't realize that the card was actually going to be the poster itself. But yeah, agreed. Really, really cool poster. I gotcha. And then, yeah, so yeah, Martin, I do have most of the Skylanders figures. I'm working my way up to that 603 number. But along the way, I'm definitely trying to pick up a bunch of other things that aren't your typical Skylanders things, whether it's a figure or a pack or something. And yeah, they definitely made sure to, that when you walked into a store, you see Skylanders on every aisle. I think I actually heard that in like an article once that they put out or something, but, or maybe just some news sources article, but they really made sure that no matter what aisle you went into a store, like Target, Walmart, department store, something like that, you'd find Skylanders there. So they made Skylanders posters, backpacks, cards, folders, they made thermoses, they made bedding, they made all sorts of stuff. But yeah, definitely a lot to explore. Yeah, as Kay always said, it's a big rabbit hole. You know what, that's fair, Martin. Like, Skylanders definitely isn't for everyone, but yeah, I fell in love with it, and like, from the moment I started, I really enjoyed it, and just has kept ramping up for me. But anyways, I guess, let's see, let's get into the next package here. Let me see, which one is this? That is... Okay, I'm gonna save that one for one of the last ones. Okay, I think I know what this one is. We can go with this one. So, keeping with the theme, well actually, I was gonna say keeping with the theme of like other Skylanders merchandise, but I think really all of this is other Skylanders merchandise, so. But I did recently pick up something similar to what's in this box, but not this exact thing. Over there. This side, actually, let's do that. Alright. I don't want to be too rough with this. Not that this is super fragile, but I don't want to squish the contents of the box very much. There. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and set the packing slip off to the side. And then you can see here this box is filled with newspaper. And there it is. Alright, so this here is Skylanders Battle of the Elements. Now this is a game that is made by Pressman in partnership with Skylanders, and typically this game you would find in like a metal tin. That's normally how it was packaged, but this version they made is in just like a proper game box, like you find it a board game. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and hold it up to the camera a little better. There's a store price sticker up on the top corner there, and overall not in terrible condition. You can tell the cardboard is a little bit, I don't want to say flimsy, but it's definitely not super thick cardboard. It's not like the highest quality cardboard there is. But overall in great condition. On the back here shows an image of a game board and a die. I've never actually played this game before, and I'm not going to open this box to do so. At some point I definitely will try out playing the game though. It says on here, Skylanders Swap Force Battle of the Elements game. It's exciting head-to-head. It's the exciting head-to-head Skylanders board game. Players roll their die, trying to be the first player to match their Skylanders special element, but beware of chaos. If he shows up, that will cost you. Collect the most cards and win. And so it has characters of the 8 elements that were around at the time, plus a chaos space on the board, actually 2 chaos spaces, and then just like elemental die down here, the dice down here. It comes with a game board, 18 cards, 2 dice, a label sheet, and the rule pamphlet or book or whatever. But yeah, so pretty interesting thing there. Go ahead and set that off to the side. Let's see, next up, what do we got? Alright, yes, not 100% sure I remember which one this is. That's that. Which one is this one? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Alright, so we can go ahead and open up this one next. And this one seems to be taped up pretty well. Always appreciate that. That's just the package slip. Alright. Oh, I know what this is, yes. Alright, so I'm going to open it up like this, kind of towards the camera. Now, I would not blame you if you were looking at this and being like, what the heck is that? I've never seen whatever this is, or just have no idea what it is. But I'm going to pull these out. There's 2 things in this package, and they were sold together as a lot. To be honest, they are not in the best condition. But first and foremost, there is this Skylanders stationery set. So it has a number of it has markers, stickers, I believe. Actually, it says here 5 markers, 3 posters, 31 stickers, 10 tattoos, and 1 color in standee. I'm guessing you can kind of see the Series 2 Stealth Elf artwork there. I believe that's the standee. You see it on the back here. It shows Eruptor, Gilgrunt, Spyro, and then a number of other smaller things in there. And it has this kind of yarn carrying handle on the top of it. And on the edges here, you can kind of see it's just kind of beat up a bit. Not in the best shape, but to be honest, I had never even seen this before or heard of this until I saw the listing for it, so I figured that I would get it anyways. And then in addition to this, there is also a sticker box. Same thing with the handle here, and same thing with not being in great shape. You can see here on the back it shows kind of the contents here. Looks like the back of the box might even have some color fading. But it says set includes 1 sticker pad 4 inches by 6 inches, 16 sheets, 1 large sticker sheet. Actually, lists a whole bunch of stuff. It's basically all of the stickers, and then a sticker pad. over 1,000 stickers, it says. But yeah, and you can see it on the front here. It has these kind of like glittery, like, what is it? Yeah, just kind of this glittery metallic sheen that I guess best reference to use is if you got a Lightcore figurine box, the on the front of the box where the name of the character is, it has kind of the same look, at least for the later wave ones. But yeah, so that is that. Go ahead and set it off here and get caught up with the chat just a little bit. Let's see. Says, I was the only guy who picked up the empty trays for Trap Team because no one wanted them. Martin, I'm not quite sure what you're referring to by that, as far as the empty trays for Trap Team. Then, literally collecting Skylanders. I really appreciate that, Johnny. I disagree with you, but I really appreciate the kind words. So as far as the Battle of Elements game, that is one of like tons and tons of different board games and card games that they made. They a lot of them were in collaboration with Pressman, but they made this basically Trouble, like the board game Trouble, but not under the Trouble name. It was called Skylanders Pop and Race. They made a number of different versions of that. Some of you have probably seen the Skylanders Monopoly sets that they came out with. There was, I believe, 2 different ones, a regular generic one and then a Swap Force one. They also made a Skylanders War card game. They had a Portal Master board game. They had, let's see, a number of others that I'm not thinking of at the moment. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff. If you go looking, you'll find that there's a lot of things you probably haven't even heard of that exist as far as officially licensed Skylanders products. Anyway, so I guess I'm going to open, let's see, I'll open this one next. So this here is, I actually got it wrong before. I said there was 2 different packages from SCL Map. There's actually 3. So this is 2 of 3 here. But go ahead and open it up. And I kind of started with the smallest one. There's kind of a medium-sized box, and there's a much larger box as well. Go ahead and get the tape on either side here. And then Matt and or Jillian, if you happen to be seeing this in the future at some point, greatly appreciate always. You guys are packing these really well. I know as a Skylanders collector, you 100% get like how important it is that things get packaged well. And yeah, nothing hurts more than ordering something and having it arrive not in the best condition, but these always do. So first and foremost, go ahead and take this bubble wrap off. So this is a Thermos partnered lunchbox that Skylanders made. This was, I believe, in the final year that Skylanders was making merchandise, is when this came out. But go ahead and set it back here. As you can see here, one of the tags has Skylanders logo on one side, picture of Stealth Elf. On the back says Thermos there. It says 100% PVC free. High visibility reflective strips as well. So that's referring to these on the side here. These are high visibility strips. So shine a light at it, it's going to reflect right back into your eyes. And then really cool artwork on the front here. It's got Spyro, Pop Fizz, and Jet Vac there. And this is just kind of a really smooth, plasticky material, this picture here. And it actually has 2 different compartments here. First there's this top larger compartment, and inside is actually a number of other things. So I was talking about Happy Meal toys before. There's a couple in here that came with this package as well. So this here for the Swap Force Wave, this is number 1. This is Washbuckler. Now, from what I remember, you, just like the Chompy, has a wheel on the bottom and you slide it across the floor and it will move. I believe this one actually spins. And then as well, there's the Eruptor one here, which is number 2. And just like the Prison Break, there's a button on his back, you press it, and in this case his fist glows orange. So yeah, 2 more Happy Meal toys. I'll be going ahead and putting in here with the rest of them. And then as normal with these thermoses, it has this cardboard inside, just to kind of help it keep its shape during shipping and display. And then there's this bottom compartment as well. Same case there, has the cardboard in there. But yeah, just overall in really incredible condition. And as far as like lunch boxes and totes and boxes, bags, stuff like that, there I think is more of those that Skylanders made than just about any other like section, quote unquote per se, of merchandise that they came out with. Like if you look at backpacks and stuff, they probably made more of those than they did even like cards as a whole. But yeah, got that one there. Go ahead and set that off to the side. I believe that is all that was in that package. Now, alright, I will go ahead and open up this here. This is obviously not shaped like most of the normal packages that I have here. This is coming from Australia. And this is something that I've actually had in my possession for quite a while. In fact, a number of these I've had for quite a while. I've just been saving them to open up on stream. But there's a tube here. And then take the tape off. This is a pretty special item, I'll say. Not something you see every day. But let's see, is this one off yet? No, yeah, I should say. All right. And apologies, this may take a moment opening this one up. Just bear with me here. All right. On one side it has my address, which I'm going to try my best not to show here. Guess I'll start with this side. So in this tube here, this cardboard tube, is a poster. And get that cap off there. Go ahead and let's not show that. Get that out of there. Now, there we are. Set that off to the side. So this poster, this is Skylanders logo there. This is actually a not something you see every day. So this, to bring the Skylanders to life, this is a store display poster. And on the bottom here, you see it shows the classic McGill grunt on the portal, brings it to life in the game. It has the on the very bottom here, the consoles listed that it released on. And then on the other side, This is actually a double-sided poster. We have Spyro. The same thing, bring Skylanders to life, and the consoles underneath that. But this is a Spyro store display poster for Skylanders Spyro's Adventure coming from Australia. So pretty cool. And this is actually a bit smaller than most store display posters, at least ones that you'd see in like Toys R Us, where they have like the big banners up above. But yeah, so pretty excited to be adding this to my collection. I do actually have a number of other store display posters. So we'll go ahead and set that off to the side for now. And we'll get, let's see here. Alright, here's a foreign Skylanders board game called Kimball. An epic race of the elements very similar to games we got here. Interesting. I have not heard of Kimball before. You'll have to send me some pictures of that. So I've never heard of that, excuse me. One moment here. Alright. So, let's see, next up, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this package here. Now, this is the last of the packages I've gotten from the Whatnot Wednesdays from SCL Matt and SCL Jillian. Go ahead and open this up here. Another packing slip. Now there's quite a few different items in this box. I'll try and open it up facing towards the camera first. Alright, so first up, you might notice there is this here. This is a pretty similar lunchbox to this other one here. It's kind of side by side. But this one's a bit smaller, differently shaped. And this is kind of interesting with this one, which I don't know if this is going to come off on camera very well, but when it reflects the light and moves it around and it like bounces the light off, it's kind of got like this checkerboard pattern on here with, I want to see if I can get the camera to pick this up. So if I like move this to the light, you kind of see there it has this like checkerboard pattern that's overlaid on top of the picture, which is pretty interesting, I think. And then as well, your normal cardboard and stuff that comes inside there. And same thing, same tags that are on this as are on the other one. Go ahead and set that off to the side there. Next up, this here. So this is actually a lot smaller than I thought it would be. Go ahead and get the plastic off of this. But this is a not powered, or not, what does it say, powered by? Not a Thermos product. This is a PowerA product. This is a one strap backpack, so you just kind of wear it on your side like this. And you see the tag here, PowerA, and it's a Skylanders Giants. It has Bouncer, Swarm, Tree Rex, Fright Rider, Shroom Boom Pop Fizz, and interestingly, the Series 1 Cinder artwork, and the Skylanders Giants logo down here. And then another kind of cool thing for the zipper here, this is the Skylanders Giants logo. And you open it up, and there's actually something else interesting, which I actually don't remember ordering. Okay, this is interesting. I'm actually gonna have to message Matt about this, make sure that this is something that was supposed to go to me. I'm checking the packing slip here. Okay, I'm gonna have to message Matt about this. I don't think this was supposed to go to me, but this has a projector pen. So basically, it's just a ballpoint pen that has a light in it, and you shine it at like the wall or something. It has this Elemental logo that it shines on there. But that's interesting. I'm gonna have to message him about that. I'm gonna go ahead and actually put it back in here for now. But something I should mention is pretty cool on the inside, and that's on both sides. They have this elemental background there. There we are. Tuck that back in there, and then for now I'm gonna put it back in its plastic wrap that it came in here. Well, actually, that may take a bit to get back on. I'll go ahead and set that off to the side for now. Yeah, that's fine there. And then a number of other things in here. Next up, we got another Happy Meal toy. This one is from Skylanders Giants. This is number 2, and this is the Spyro. So basically there is a button on his back, and he will fire out, I don't know if I'll be able to get this in position here. They have a little fireball thing that you would load into the toy, press a button, and it fires it out. And then once again, $10 off. I believe this is $10 off a starter pack, Skylanders Giants starter pack. And then this one expired June 30th, 2013. So, long time ago. Once again, I will set that in here with the other Happy Meal toys. I'm actually going to leave this off to the side because I have a number of other Happy Meal toys in here actually. I will go next. Looks like this one came loose. The bag has been opened. This is number 9, and this is the Chaos from Skylanders Giants. So there is, I believe, a button on his back, and basically underneath his hood you have his face there, and you press that button and then the face like spins and it changes what expression he has on. We'll go ahead and set that off to the side for now. And then probably the Happy Meal toy I've been looking forward to the most, which is number 1 here, T-Rex. Now, for those who don't know, T-Rex is my all-time favorite Skylander. He is basically the very first Skylander I got. On Christmas Eve, I got the Skylanders Giants regular starter pack for the Nintendo Wii. So it comes with T-Rex, Series 1 Jetpack, Series 2 Cinder. So I got those at the same time, but it was like the following day, Christmas Day, that I got a handful of other figures, but I consider T-Rex, that's my first figure that I ever got. And outside of that, I love his design. He has, in my opinion, some of the most fun gameplay. And yeah, so he is my favorite Skylander, and I did not have his Happy Meal toy yet. And this bag is actually considerably larger, and the toy itself is as well considerably larger than just about any other Happy Meal toy, even into the later games. Like you can see a whole wallop out here. You can see just how much bigger T-Rex is. So yeah, I mean, for the Skylanders toys themselves, as they got into the later games, their gimmick Skylanders, the Trap Masters and the Senseis, they pretty much made them roughly the same size as the giant figures for Skylanders Giants, which I know has, in a lot of people's eyes, not made a lot of sense. But for the Happy Meal toys, looks like they stuck to T-Rex being pretty much one of, if not the largest Happy Meal toys, which is pretty cool. And then I'll get into the rest of this box in just a moment. Go ahead and close that up, set that back here, and we'll get caught up on chat. Let's see. Yes, the trays they sold the traps in. I picked them up. So was this like a store display thing that was like just kind of a bin that you would like they would have Skylanders packs in? Is that what you're referring to, Martin? I'm not 100% sure, but or if you're just referring to just like the trap trays that there was like the one that came with the starter pack, and then there was the Powerade partnered ones. I'm not sure if that's what you're referring to, but either way, pretty cool. Then yeah, so I'm assuming that's in reference to the pen light. Yeah, thing is with this thermos box here, there was like some Happy Meal toys that I had ordered that were packed inside this. So I'm imagining most likely the case was someone else had ordered one of these and they had that pen as part of their order. And so it was packed in there just like my Happy Meal toys were packed in the other, and they just like got which one was which mixed up. But I'll go ahead and talk to them about that. Skylander dude, what's up? How are you doing, man? So what did you miss? So far I've opened, let's see, 8 out of the 10 packages that I had. Let's see, we got we'll start over here, just kind of going through quickly. I got this Stickerland sticker book. I made a number of different ones, didn't have that one. Got this Life Element SWAT Force Skylanders birthday card that unfolds to a pretty cool poster. Got this Battle of the Elements game. Normally comes in a metal tin, but this one comes in just like a regular cardboard box. Then a lot of 2 items here. One is a Skylanders Giant stationery set, another is a sticker box. And then as well, got this thermos lunchbox, this this Power A single strap backpack that had inside this, which I did not order, so I'm imagining it was sent to me by mistake. And then as well, a number of Happy Meal toys, because I didn't have any SWAT Force or Giants before today. I got T-Rex, I got Spyro and Chaos from the Giants wave, and then I got Eruptor, the Chompy, and then Washbuckler and Prison Break from SWAT Force. And then arguably the coolest thing I have opened so far is this Australian store display poster. On one side it just kind of has Skylanders, brings Skylanders to life, and then just kind of how it works. And then I'm assuming this is the front side actually. There's Spyro on that side. Go ahead and get this and just to crease it all. But as far as store display posters, is on the smaller side, but yeah, so that is what we've gotten through so far. And then I will, actually let me make sure I'm caught up on everything else. Find yourself smiling when playing with Trigger Happy. Yeah, Trigger Happy is a really fun one to play as. I agree with you there. And then last but not least in this box, there's 3 different things. And that is the Imaginite Mystery Chest blind bags. Now for those that don't know, for Skylanders Imaginators, they have these Imaginite Mystery Chest toys that when placed on the portal would unlock a number of parts to use for your Imaginator characters. And those chests were included in these blind bags. Now there are three different ones. There's a bronze, a silver, and a gold. And the gold was the hardest to find. Obviously, it just kind of ranks up bronze, silver, gold. And these blind bags, there's three different ones. There's a blue, a green, and a purple. Now, as far as chest rarity, the color on these bags doesn't make a difference. So no matter which one you get, it's kind of the same chance of which chest you're going to get. So just add three different colors just to have three different colors, I guess. But as far as Skylanders packs go, these I did not have in my collection yet, so glad to be adding these. And then as well, if you've ever opened one of these, you know that inside this bag there's another bag, in a sense, and that bag that's inside here basically blocks the portal from reading the toy through the bag. With most cases, like for example this Jetpack single pack here, you can place this on the portal and it'll still work. The portal will still be able to read the figure through the box. But for these, which are unlocking parts, they wanted to make sure someone couldn't just take or purchase one from the store, go load it into their game, and then return it to the store. Because unlike a Skylander, which you need to have on your portal to be able to play with them, this just unlocks something in the game, and once you put it on, it's unlocked. You don't have to put this back on the portal to use it again. So they wanted to make sure that that wasn't going to be the case. So that is basically how they handled these blind bags. And I'm not going to open these to see what's inside. I'm just going to keep these new in box. I do already have all three of the Imaginite Mystery chests. And then there are some other chests and other ways to get chests that they made, but this was really kind of the main way. We'll go ahead and set those off to the side. And then, yes, that was all that was in that box. And then, so I'll set that there. Now, next up, I got here another tube. Now, fair warning, this is probably going to take a moment, like take a minute for me to open. Because I've gotten one of these before and they pack them extremely well. And if you couldn't guess, there's also a poster inside this tube, but this is a very thick cardboard tube. And the poster itself, just because of how physics work, it's trying to always kind of unravel inside of this, so it's always pressing up against the sides of this tube. So it's a lot harder to pull it out with this being a really thick tube and the poster being really thick paper. So it might take an extra minute to open this. But as I mentioned, I've gotten one of these before, and I actually got both of these together. It's just that the first one I opened was such a pain to open that I figured I would wait to open this one. Go ahead and get the cap off here. Alright, cap is off. Let's move the tape that's around the edge here, just so when it does come time to pull it out, the tape doesn't stick to the poster. And so if I show you just kind of the inside of this, you can just see there's, I don't know how well you're really able to see that, but it's basically not something that you can just pull out of the tube super easily without really damaging the contents of it. So it's going to take just a minute to get this out of here. Let's see, as well, while I am opening this up, your chat here. Need a Battle Elements game at 5 Below. Nice. Alright. Last part of your collection will be the patina sets. You don't like them at all? Oh, that's a shame. Personally, I do really enjoy the patina sets, but I can definitely see, like, how they're not exactly appealing to everyone. Me personally, I have 3 of the 4 still waiting on the Shield Striker, and that's actually the last Superchargers figure I need. Which there is one up at the moment, but it's in a lot with some other stuff, which, to be honest, for the price they're asking, I'm not really into paying at the moment. Just kind of some other facets of collecting that I'm focusing on. Let's see here. So what I ended up doing with the last one of these is I ended up having to tear parts of the tube off to be able to get the paper loose enough, the poster loose enough to come out. So that may end up being the case today as well. I'm not sure. Be super careful with scissors here. I don't want to accidentally cut the poster. That would be just absolutely awful. Alright. Let's see here. That should give me a head start there. Let's see here. Well, I guess while I'm opening this up, everyone that's in chat and everyone that's watching this in the future, I hope your day is going absolutely wonderfully. And if not, I hope that your day improves from here. But either way, really appreciate you tuning in. Really appreciate you watching this, especially because I know some parts of this can be a bit mundane. So really do appreciate you guys sticking around. Just a moment here. Let's see. So this here, I guess to fill the silence of just watching me slowly tear this thing open. This is a Skylanders Giants store display poster. Now I'm not 100% sure which store these were hung up in, but I have a pretty good guess that it was probably Toys R Us, given just kind of the size and nature of the poster. And then the other one that I got is actually over here off to my left, which I'll be showing in just a moment. And just like how the Spiral one I opened earlier, like has that Spiral artwork, this also has just like some character artwork. And yeah. Let's see if this is anywhere good yet. It doesn't really seem like it. Okay. Well, I will say, besides this tube, there is one other poster, one other package that I'll be opening. I have sitting right here. And I know one person in chat that knows what's in that package, and I'm super excited to open it. And it actually also has to do with some other stuff I have set off to the side here. But we'll see how far I can get on this before I ended up just giving up and going for the other package. Alright, looks like progress is starting to be made a lot more quickly here. And yeah, this was pretty much my procedure for the other one, just tearing bits off like this. And don't worry, I'll be recycling all of this stuff off to my right. Don't worry about that. So yes, Martin, that is a good idea. Unfortunately, the paper itself that the poster is made out of is so thick that doing so, I can show you here, if I try and thin the paper or just kind of make it smaller, it just really doesn't want to. It's just kind of so thick that it just like snaps right back. It's just so paper's so thick and it's pushing so hard outwards that unfortunately that will not work. But good idea. All right, now we are getting somewhere. See if that is enough. Looks like it. And there we go. And so as soon as I opened it, it's now trying to unravel. So you see, it's not even big enough to fit on camera here. This right here is how big it is, and I'll go ahead and open it up here. We got Lightcore Prison Break. So as I mentioned, I believe that this would have been a Toys R Us store display poster, so this would have been hung up above the toy shelves there, but it has the Lightcore Prison Break artwork. It says Prison Break on the bottom there. And how they would have had it set up in the stores is they would have had a number of different characters, just like Prison Break here above, you'll be able to see. So that is that there. And then to show you the other one here, this is a T-Rex one. I'll give you a good idea of the size and what it looks like there. But these, I can't remember if I purchased these together as one lot or if I purchased them separate, but I did get them both from the same seller. And they definitely packaged them really well, so appreciate that as always. But yeah, so got those off to the side there, and then that just leaves us with this last box. Guess I'll get caught up on chat real quick. Let's see. Poster, remember picking up the Battle of the Almonds, Game 5 below, yes. Let's see. And why you like the look, just for me to know. Totally understand that, Martin. And yeah, definitely well packed. Did you get the T-Rex one as well? Yep, got that there. Absolutely. Now, this is arguably the package I've been most excited about opening above all the other stuff today. One moment here. So, I don't know if any of you have a guess of what's in this package, but a number of you might have ordered some stuff that are some of the same stuff that's in here. But I'm going to, real quick, let's see. Yeah, this will work. So, I just kind of hold this. I'll say this is a very heavy box too. I'll hold this over the vacuum label, but if I show just the top of it there, Might be able to make out what that says on the top left. So this contains some sky sleeves. So go ahead and open this up. Really well packaged as well. Lots of tape on the edges, all great. And yeah, so for those that missed it, recently Skylander Dude put out some announcements, and just a couple weeks ago, maybe just a week ago, something like that, launched this brand new product called Sky Sleeves, which is something that I know a lot of people in collectors and community have been yearning for, is something like this. And super excited to get mine in, try them out. But opening up here, lots of packed material wrapped really well. Always appreciate that. Thank you, Skylander Dude. I know you're in chat. Appreciate you. Now, at the moment, there are two different sky sleeves available. There are sleeves that fit the Skylander Spires Adventure core character single packs, and then there's ones that fit both the Giants and Swap Force regular core character single packs. And I got 20 of each, just kind of to start out. And then for the rest of my packs, as long as these do well, I will get sleeves for them as well. And again, huge shout out to the Skylander Dude, because I did not realize this, but you order a certain amount, I believe you order 10 at a time, and you can get them for slightly cheaper, which I did not know when I ordered these, and really appreciate you helping me out with that and getting that all sorted. But, oh my gosh, so much bubble wrap, love it. All right, get that out of there. And here we are. Oh my gosh. It just keeps going and going. I love it. So what sky sleeves are is, I guess a good frame of reference would be, if any of you out there collect Funko Pops, you probably know what a pop protector is. And basically it is a clear box that if you have a something that's new in box, you would put inside of one of these boxes to keep them basically protected. So that's in case they fall, or just like collecting dust, or a number of different things. Basically these just kind of help to protect them, and they just kind of fit really snugly, and that way you can keep your pops protected. And this is basically the same concept, but made specifically for Skylanders. Now, as I said, I got 20 of each, and pardon me one moment here actually. Sorry about that. So, we'll go ahead and start with this first stack here. All right, so I don't know how well this will come across on camera, but these ship flat, and you'll see on the bottom it says, has a Sky Sleeves logo, and it says compatible with Skylanders Giant and Skylanders Swap Force single pack figures. It says that right there. So that way you can always just kind of tell without needing to measure them, what's for what. And then I have, let's see, so starting out with the Giants ones, got this single pack jet vac here. It's one of the harder to find like single packs outside of like the chase variants and stuff like that. This is Wave 5. Not even sure if it was released in the US. I've heard some reports that it was, some reports that it wasn't. I'm not 100% sure, but definitely will be glad to have this protected. So we'll go ahead and unfold this here. You see it just kind of folds into this box here. Has this little tab on the bottom that you can fold together here. So just a moment while I get that going there. There we are. Yeah, usually, or oftentimes I should say, when you have these kind of interlocking tabs on the bottom here that you just kind of like fold over one another, usually they'll like pop out a bit and it won't stay super flat, but this actually does stay super flat, which is really nice. And then, let's see, I'll go ahead and get this all the way folded first before I put the figure inside. But there we are. So it's this box, and don't know how well this will come across on camera, but it's got a hook right here so that you can hang it on your wall or something like that. Not that you have to, but either way, it, like if you're displaying it on a wall, really nice, but also is a space saver in a sense because you can stack these on top of each other. So go ahead and open this back up here. Let's see. And then go ahead and get this guy in there. Fold this back up, put the tab down behind the backing there, and there we are. Now, as you see, this fits really snugly, both front to back and side to side, all of that, top to bottom. It's just like perfect measurements, and it's not like it's going to like be tight enough to where it's gonna like damage your box. It's just tight enough to keep it from moving around at all. But yeah, so that actually looks really clean. I really like that. I really like that. And then go ahead and go in with one of the Spyro's Adventure ones. Same exact case, shifts flat, folds open, with the tab on the bottom, and you're good to get your figure inside. Now I have a pretty special pack here. Now some of you might be looking at this and being like, oh yeah, it's a glow-in-the-dark Tornado. But this one is a bit more special. Up top here, don't know how we'll be able to see that, but in silver Sharpie I have this signed by the one and only Yue Hong, who is was the lead character designer at Toys for Bob for Skylanders Spyro's Adventure, and also, like, I'm not 100% sure the reach of what his creative genius was doing for the Skylanders series. I just know that a lot of the Spyro's Adventure giants, and I believe even like Trap Team as well, those characters were all designed by him, including Tornado. So go ahead and get this down in here. Now with the Spyro's Adventure figures, they are a little bit different, at least their boxes are, I should say, because when it comes to the Giants figures, you can see these just have these flat edges all the way up before it just kind of arcs on top, whereas with Skylanders Spyro's Adventure, it is a different shape. You can see here, actually I'll show the back a bit easier, it has like straight up for most of the way, but then it just kind of arcs up here before arcing over. So it's not a perfectly flat edge. So that like is why that they are not just the exact same ones as the Giants and Swap Force. It doesn't quite fit the same. And I'll go ahead and actually adjust this just a little bit. Or is that just okay? So because of the fact that the top is actually wider than the bottom, it can't 100% stay exactly in one place, but it's pretty much like as good as you could hope for when it comes to. Let's see if I can push this down a little bit more. I don't want to be very rough with it. And actually, I'm going to take this out really quick because I'm going to fold this back over on the bottom here the other way. There we go. But yeah, there you go. Love it. Looks super clean. And I actually have a number of figures that I will also be putting into these sleeves. But I just love the way these look. They make it look super professional and all that. And it keeps everything clean, so love it. Go ahead and get caught up with chat here. I like the sky sleeve, but my collection is out of box, even, chase, and variants. Totally understand that. Yeah, not everyone collects Skylanders new in box, but for those that do, these are definitely a good way to go if you're wanting to keep your collection protected. No pressure to be 100% honest what you think of them. You'll find that review about the bottom flat straight away, no problem. So yeah, something that I did notice is that basically, if I'll take one of these giant Swap Force ones here, I fold it open, and then on the bottom here, there's these interlocking tabs. Now, depending on which one's on top, the tabs will either sit just slightly like inward or outward, but if you pull the right one out first, and then folding them together. So basically, in this case, looking at the bottom here, we got basically the bottom is on top on the right side, and then the top is on top on the left side, which seems to be the way to do it to keep this flat. Otherwise, if you do it the opposite way, I think it will be kind of basically, just as I said, would be inward just a little bit instead of outward. So if I instead go the other way and get this folded. There we go. So having it the other way, basically the opposite tab on top, you can see it does fold into the box just a little bit. So yeah, if you're going to get these and you fold the bottom and it looks like that's the case, just try and unfold it and get the tabs the other way around, and then everything should be good to go. But yeah, I love these, and I will definitely be ordering more of these. I don't know when exactly that will be, because there is some other interesting stuff that I am currently focusing on for collecting, but definitely will be ordering more of these in the future. So yeah, so I guess just kind of to recap, got a couple thermos lunch boxes, got a couple store display posters, a Spyro one, a Lyco Prison Break one, got a bunch of Happy Meal toys, I have the stationery set with the stickers, got the board game, got the birthday card, and the sticker land set, and then as well got this Power A single strap backpack, and then got the Imaginite chest, blind bags, and last but not least, a whole bunch of sky sleeves to play with. So yeah, super happy with the haul I got today, and I'll probably be staying on stream just for another I don't know, 10, 15 or so minutes, just kind of getting some more of my packs into these sleeves so that they stay protected. And one way that I like to display my figures is hung up on the wall, so really glad to be having these protected that way. And I haven't highlighted it yet, but in the trailer for the sky sleeves, um, definitely one big point that was made is the fact that hanging them by the hooks of the packs does put pressure on the glue. There's glue that holds the bubble to the backing, and oftentimes if you get a pack that's been just like kind of open, not like where someone tore it open, but just like where it just kind of came open, that's usually because the glue dried and or it wasn't stored correctly. So basically, instead of hanging these by the hook on a packet itself and having all this weight that's down here on the bottom that's pulling down, that can be tapped to that, instead, now it's just going to be hanging by the hook that's on the Sky Sleeves box, which will make it a lot more safer. A lot safer, I guess, should say. But yeah, so just a moment here while I grab a few more packs to get in these. I will be right back. Already apologize to keep you guys waiting, but I got a number of packs here in front of me that I will be putting into the sleeves. Now, first and foremost, what really should be the first one I get protected is one that I always wear gloves to handle, which some of you might think it's a bit strange, but to be honest, as anything that I can do to protect this one, I'm going to do, including making sure that no oil or anything on my fingers gets into the paper, this one or anything. But this here is an E3 2011 Trigger Happy. And you see it's blank on the back, and on the bottom you see here the backing sticks down a fair amount below the actual bubble, which is not normally the case for these figures. But for the E3 2011, these early packaging, this is what they had. And I will go ahead and get one of the Spyro's Adventure ones open here. And get those folded like that, and I grabbed from the wrong pile, that's fine. These are the Spyro's Adventure ones. Here they are. Alright. And I did measure this beforehand. This is still the exact same size and shape as the normal backing is. The only thing that might make a difference is the with front to back, which, to be honest, from what it looks like, I might have measured incorrectly, because looking here, and this is the Spyro's Adventure ones, the backing here, you might be able to tell right here is just a little bit, and it's on both sides, just a little bit wider than your normal Spyro's Adventure pack. So it looks like I will not be putting one of these into the sleeves today, but that is quite all right. I'll go ahead and set this off to the side here for now. Now, next up, something that I'm actually kind of curious about. Right here I have Spyro's Adventure Double Trouble, but this is the Japan release of Double Trouble, and basically these, for the backing, it is not the same as your normal Spyro's Adventure backing either. These, actually, just like the Giants, have these straight edges. And looking here, it looks to me like they are the same size, so supposedly these should fit into the Giants sky sleeves. So let's see here if that is the case. And yep, that actually looks to be the case here. So this is one of the Giants sky sleeves. And as you can see here, same one as the Giants one, but it actually fits perfectly in the Giant ones for the Japanese single pack figures, so there you go. Alright, next up, see, I do have this Spyro's Adventure one here, so let's see. Go ahead and do this one here. This here I opened up on my last live stream. This is a Silver Dino Ring. Actually, this is my most recent new figure as far as going towards the 603 count. But get that in there. There we are, beautiful. And let's see here. Yes, his boobs are worse enemy. Yep, 100% agreed. Worst enemy right there. Thinking about some screws at the bottom to figures in place to hold the figures in place by the base of the figure. Let's see. I'm not 100% sure if I'm aware of what you're mean by that. Let's see. So like, as in like something on the bottom that of like a sky sleeve that would hold a figure in place. Is that what you mean? Kind of like how the Elite figures have like the sticky that you stick the figure on inside of the case. Is that what we're referring to? Something like that? Do I have any glow-in-the-dark SSA? Yes, I do. I have 2 out of the 3. I have, as I boxed here, I have this glow-in-the-dark Bornado. This one is the one that is signed by Yilei Huang, although I do have one that is not signed. So just a regular US release glow-in-the-dark Bornado single pack. And then I also, I guess, might as well do this one next. I have glow-in-the-dark Zap. I do not yet have the Wrecking Ball, but I got 2 of the 3. And actually, glow-in-the-dark Wrecking Ball, besides Heartbreaker Buckshot, is the last magic figure that I need. But I know not everyone counts Heartbreaker Buckshot, so perfectly understandable there. But yeah, that, as far as the glow-in-the-dark figures, that is what I got. Go ahead and get this guy in there. Curious if the Bring to Life boxes are the same size as the final SSA packs. Bring Me to Life boxes is in the E3 2011 boxes, or are you referring to something else, Skylander D? No, I didn't have one to test myself. Of course, I got you. Although I thought you did have the Japanese single packs, or at least some of them. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else, but I thought I remembered seeing a video of you opening some up that you got imported. But could be wrong. The single packs are perfectly compatible with the Giant Swap Force sleeve. Yes, they are. Good review, need to know these things. Appreciate it, Martin. And then, yes, now that I got a few Spires Adventure figures here, as you can see, and just stack them right on top of each other. Now, of course, these are still, they do still succumb to the laws of physics, so I'm not just going to leave these stacked up like this. But if you have like some shelves where there would be like a shelf on top that could kind of help keep these together, then there you go, or you just keep them just kind of in like a block here, and they have like layers to them that help like them stay up. But either way, like I'm not going to be storing them like that, so just having them like this is going to fit my needs just fine. See the E3 2011 packs. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So the E3 2011 packs, I suppose maybe it's just the arch on the side that isn't quite the same. I'm not 100% sure, but it does seem to be a little bit bigger in some way to where the E3 2011 packs will not fit in the Spires Adventure sleeves, unfortunately. Let's see, next up, I suppose I'll do a Skylanders Giants figure. Now, this one that I'm about to put in next is actually probably the rarest pack that they ever released. If I'm being perfectly honest with you, like this one was so hard to come by. And of course, I'm referring to Lightcore Hex, the rarest figure of all time. In fact, I don't know a single other person that has a Lightcore Hex. This is like the top tier stuff to get as far as Skylanders collecting, and I really hope that you recognize the sarcasm in my voice. Of course, these were super widely released to the point where at Toys R Us, when they were discounting figures close to the end of their, close to the end of when Toys R Us was still around, they even had Lightcore Hexes marked down to 50 cents a piece because there was so many left over on the shelves. So yeah, but even still, it looks really cool, like just having these in the sleeves, even if it's just kind of a mundane pack like this. But yeah, so far I've boxed some Spires Adventure figures here. I've boxed that, and then some Giants ones here. Suppose I might as well get into a little bit of Swap Force. Now, There is one thing as far as the Swap Force packs goes that I'm going to test. So first and foremost, I'll just do a regular Swap Force pack like this red Dune Bug here, which is the Toy Fair 2014 Dune Bug. Go ahead and get that in there, and as expected, it fits just fine. However, for the Light Core figures, for Skylanders Swap Force, they actually had a different shaped backing altogether. So instead of having this curve, it just kind of goes up like this. For the Light Core, they had this kind of just sharp, angular design. So I'm assuming it's going to just fit the same, but good thing to test either way. So we got a Light Core Snowderdash here. This is an Employee Edition Chase variant for Skylanders Swap Force. And in fact, like one of the few Chase variants that actually has a official name printed on the box. I'll just kind of show you here close up. It does say Snowderdash there. Of course, the card inside is the same, but this is the exclusive Employee Edition Holiday 2013 Light Core Snowderdash figure. And we'll go ahead and pop this in here. And from what it looks like, it's also going to fit just fine. Yeah, fits perfectly. Look at that. Beautiful. Honestly, one of the best Chase variants they ever made. Let's see. Next up, what should we do? Do another Spyro's Adventure one next. In fact, most likely when I do get around to ordering more Sky Sleeves, I'll be focusing more on Spyro's Adventure than I will Giant Swap Force, and that is because the Spyro's Adventure figures have been around the longest, and therefore they've had the most time for that glue to dry out. So just the longer it's around, the more likely it is that glue could come undone, so I want to get those taken care of first. So we'll go ahead and get into here. I have a Chrome Spyro. This is the E3 and Licensing Show 2012 edition, E3 and Licensing Show edition 2012 Chrome Spyro. I actually have a number of these, although this is the only one that I'll be putting in a Sky Sleeve. But I'll go ahead and get that in there. Look at that, beautiful. And then come over here one moment. So the one in the Sky Sleeve, these two I will not be putting in Sky Sleeves. This one's just come apart anyways, but this one, both of these I probably will end up reselling at some point, but got them for different reasons, whether that was in the lot or whatever. And I guess sticking with the Spyro theme, got Chrome Spyro here. Guess I might as well do Dark Spyro. Now this is the Gamescom 2012 edition. If you look up in the top corner here, it does have the Gamescom 2012 sticker there. Now, there was actually 4 different versions of the Dark Spyro single pack for Spyro's Adventure. As most of you probably know, sorry, one moment here. One moment. Alright, sorry about that. As most of you probably know, Dark Spyro was a figure that was included in the Spyro's Adventure 3DS starter pack. That's the way that most people got them. However, in the UK, the Dark Spyro figure was released in a single pack. And as well, I believe it might have also released in Australia. I'm not 100% sure about that though. but as far as Europe goes, I believe it was only in the UK. Also could be wrong there, but you have that standard retail version. You have this Gamescom version, which just like the bronze hot dog was available at the Gamescom event, and then there was also an arena tour version, and basically like retail had no sticker, Gamescom had Gamescom sticker, Arena Tour had Arena Tour sticker, and the Arena Tour was basically an event put on by Skylanders. And then the last version was a recalled version. Now, as I mentioned, the Dark Spyro single pack did release in the UK. It was also planned to release in the United States, and would have been exclusive to Target, but for whatever reason they were recalled. And something that myself and Chaotic Collectibles and SCL Matt figured out together was that apparently these Gamescom Dark Spyros are the Target Spyros. I don't know if it will be able to come across on camera at all. It doesn't really look like it, but beneath this sticker is a Target sticker. Or if not Target sticker, it's printed on the box itself. But it does have the Target logo, and it says only at Target beneath that sticker. So the recalled ones were then repurposed for Gamescom, interestingly enough. And that is also why I believe that there was like specifically a Target exclusive Spyro Mega Bloks set that was Dark Spyro. And that would have gone along with the fact that this was a Target exclusive, or would have been, I should say. But yeah, I'll go ahead and get this into a sleeve here. Let's see what we got. Just casually pulls out 2 extra chrome spirals. Yeah, that is one of the few chase variants that I ended up getting more than one of. Like this, the first one that I got, I believe that was the one that arrived not new in box, and basically everything in my collection I've gotten new in box, like, period. That's why I did not end up putting this Chaos Happy Meal toy into this bag with the rest of my Happy Meal toys, is because it arrived open. But every single piece in my collection, whether that's a figure or something else, I've gotten new in box, and I've kept it that way for everything, and I want to continue keeping it that way. And so when I got my first Chrome Spyro and it arrived, unfortunately, detached from the backing, I, at least in my mind, didn't count that. And so I ended up reselling it at some point, ended up getting a second one, and that is this one. That is the one that became the Chrome Spyro that counted towards my 603. And then the last one I actually got from the same seller that I got the Battlestone prototypes. Now, for those that don't know what that is, I will be making a separate video on that at some point, just kind of going over and explaining what that is. But I ended up getting the Chrome Spyro alongside those. It was like a kind of a package thing, so that is why I have that third one. But both of those will end up being sold at some point. Now, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 so far in sleeves. Go ahead and do another Giants one here. So, let's see, I've packaged a Chrome Spyro, I've packaged a Gamescom Dark Spyro, and I suppose might as well stick with the theme of trade show exclusive packs. I got this, honestly, one of the most beautiful figures that they made as a whole is this blue metallic exclusive edition Toy Fair 2013 Series 2 Chop Chop for Skylanders Giants. It is super duper reflective, absolutely beautiful, and for those unaware, this actually was the only time Series 2 Chop Chop was in a single pack. The Series 2 Chop Chop regular figure was only available in the regular and golden Dragonfire Candidate battle packs. And that was the only way you could get him. So as far as Series 2 Chop Chop in a single pack, this was the only time that that was available. Now, this, like, every blue Chop Chop does have this exclusive edition Toy Fair 2013 little marking on the backing there. However, the figure itself was available through a couple other means. I believe there was, it was either at a different Toy Fair that was in like Brazil or something like that, that this was available besides just your regular New York Toy Fair in the US. And then as well, there was a promotion back in the day that Skylanders did through social media that one could get one of these blue Chop Chops through as well. I just got mine on eBay though. Let's see, next up, I'm gonna save that one for last. Actually, a couple of these I might have to end up taking out again because there is a bit of dust on them that I'll want to get off. But suppose since we just did a metallic one, might as well do another metallic one, another Skylanders Giants figure. And that, so get this all folded there, perfect. That is this guy right here. This is Violet Metallic Series 2 Wrecking Ball, or I believe the official name is just Metallic Series 2 Wrecking Ball, according to the Collection Vault app. But another metallic one. Honestly, the metallic variants were like some of my absolute favorite variants that they made. I love anything metallic, to be honest. So these ones really speak to me. Like the chrome, the blue Chop Chop, these violet ones, the green metallic, everything. Even the red Doom Bug, wherever I have it, here it is. I love metallic figures, and for those who don't know, actually, for Sensei figures, one of the original concepts as far as what their gimmick was that they would all have these metallic weapons. So before like battle classes was a thing at all, like for their Kingpin figure, they had the what do you call it, the gauntlets that he has. Those would be metallic. They also had Boom Bloom, her whip was metallic and all that, and that's actually why Boom Bloom has a whip, even though she's in the ninja battle class, is because originally her character design, all that, was made before battle classes were a concept at all, or a thing at all, I should say. Because they did kind of beforehand, as one of their pillars of character creation was having it be a specific battle class. So a lot of characters before Skylanders Imaginators often do fit into one of those, but specifically as battle classes being a gimmick concept for the game, Boom Bloom had her metallic whip, and that just kind of stuck through. So that is why, for those that don't know, why Boom Bloom has a whip, even though she's in the ninja battle class, it's because it existed before battle classes were a thing. But I really, really wish that they had kept those metallic weapons, because if any of you have seen the images of those prototype figures, they are absolutely stunning. I love them and wish they had kept them. But unfortunately not the case. I still love the figures that we got. In fact, I think the Sensei figures were some of the best made figures that they made. But yeah, just kind of an interesting side note there, I suppose. Let's see, I got a couple other Spyro's Adventure figures here that I'll be boxing up. Let's see. There we go. Alright, so what I've been doing when I've been unfolding these is basically, here, I'll do it with this one here. So when I'm unfolding them, I'll just kind of take apart the corners, kind of fold this together, and then the tabs are sticking in naturally. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of pull both of those out, and then I will fold them on top of each other, and that kind of makes it to where, like, if it's going to fold, it's going to be out rather than in, which, at least in my opinion, I think is going to make, like, the figures just kind of, or the packs inside of these to kind of sit a little better, however you want to word that. Let's see. Getting on chat here. Love the metallic coated figures, not just when it's painted metallic like the SSA Silver and Gold, but when they're actually coated like Chrome Spyro, Blue Chop Chop, Gold Firecracker, etc. Yeah, 100% agree with you. Like, I love those figures. And yeah, the golds and silvers were a bit more matte versus like the super reflective ones like the Doom Bug and the Chop Chop and the Wrecking Ball and the Spyro and all those. Let's see, question for you. Do you consider the sidekicks a chase of the Trap Team minis? I haven't thought about it until recently, but due to how they appear in the collection menu, I lean towards chase. So, personally, I don't. I just kind of consider them in their own separate thing. Like the sidekick mini thing, it's just kind of a weird thing. Like it's definitely been said before by me and other people that with Skylanders and how the figures work as far as how things are categorized and all that, there's rules as to how that works, and every rule along the way is broken at some point. And there's all sorts of kind of weird quacks and things with stuff. And but yeah, personally, I don't consider them chases. I mean, you know, as far as the word chase goes, like the full version of that is chase variant, and usually that implies that it is a variant of a standard figure. So for example, this Violet Wrecking Ball here is a variant of regular Series 2 Wrecking Ball, but like the sidekicks came before the minis. So in my mind, I'm thinking that, well, it's not like the sidekicks were variants of the minis. I just kind of consider them as in their own separate worlds. I mean, they do function exactly the same. Like, you put a Terabyte mini on a portal for Spyro's Adventure, it's going to act the same as the sidekick Terabyte, and same thing vice versa. You put the sidekick, you know, act like a mini in Trap Team. But I think really they just needed some way to tell them apart in the collection menu, so that's what they went with, is my guess. Could be wrong with that. I honestly don't know for sure, but that's my guess. But yeah, I just consider that one's a sidekick, one's a mini, and that's as far as it goes. It's just that's their names. But yeah, let's see. Loving this book. Loving this. Okay, some I know, but most I didn't. Magic items who can fight later. So yeah, they are in a sense kind of like magic items, as far as how they behaved in Spyro's Adventure and Giants. You are correct about that. But yeah, so in my mind, I suppose as far as figure classification goes, you got 4 different categories. You got standard figures, you got an in-game variant, you got a chase variant, and then you got just kind of other figures that don't really fit into any of those. So standard figures, just like what you would imagine, just your standard version of a figure. You have an in-game variant, and that would be like Gnarly T-Rex, that would be like, you know, Dark Spyro, something like that. Same character, but reskinned in the game. And then your chase variants is basically just a fancier version of saying non-in-game variant. So it's a variant of a figure, a variant of the standard version of that figure, but it just doesn't appear in-game the same way it does with the recolor on the actual figure. And then as far as other figures go, I would put in there Double Trouble 1.5 because it doesn't really fit in as a standard version of a figure or an in-game variant or chase variant. It's just kind of its own little weird thing. But then you got Royal Double Trouble, which I usually refer to as Royal Double Trouble 1.5 because I consider that an in-game variant of Double Trouble 1.5. Again, it's a really weird thing, and you can just honestly, like, you know, refer to it as whatever you want to refer to it as. I don't think it really matters because everyone knows that, okay, if you're talking about Double Trouble 1.5, everyone knows, okay, that's what you're talking about. Or if you're talking about like Flock Springtime Trigger Happy, well, is that an in-game variant, a chase variant? I consider it to be under both umbrellas, but if you just say Flock Springtime Trigger Happy. Everyone knows what you're talking about. But yeah, I would put for myself, as far as that other category, would be Double Trouble 1.5, Special Hot Streak, and then the 14 Elite figures, because they are variants of the regular Series 1 figures, as far as the figures go at least, but then they have these other things that are weird about them, or that, like, I shouldn't say that are weird about them, but like, they behave a bit differently in the game. They don't have any kind of reskin as far as the actual model. It's the exact same texture file that's used, that gets put onto the model in the game and stuff like that. But you know, just categorize it however you want. As far as the sidekicks go and the minis go, I just consider that's a standard figure and it's a sidekick, or that's a standard figure and it's a mini. But that's just how I do it. All right, next up, continuing with the metallic, as we were talking about, I got a Silver Eruptor here. Not quite as shiny as some of the other metallic figures that they made, but get that in there. And then I have the Silver Dino Ring somewhere here. There it is. Go ahead and show those side by side there. Love the way these look, honestly. You did a really good job with these. I really like these. And they kind of just remind me of the, like, if you're going to get a figure professionally graded, these just kind of look to me like they have that professionally graded look, even though they're obviously not, but to me it just makes them look more professional, more clean. I love them. I love the look of these, and I mean, from what I can tell, like, it's like a really thick plastic, so it's still gonna do the job of protecting your figures. So A plus on these. Love them. Yeah, and I don't have the Silver Boomer yet either. Those are the two silvers I have. Let's see. So next up, I got another Spyro's Adventure figure. But this is a pretty interesting one, gotta be honest. This here, as you can see by the double hook, this is not a US packaging. This is actually coming from the UK. This is a Spyro's Adventure Double Trouble. And what's interesting about this, though, is that it's a factory error. Now, I'm holding it this way at first on purpose, and that's so that I can reveal to you once I turn this around. This here doesn't quite look right. So this is the factory error Double Trouble, and basically, for those that don't know, how Skylanders are made in the factories is they have a number of different plastic parts for the toys. Those get printed and then painted, and then those parts get assembled together to make your Skylanders figure. And as far as that assembly goes, what happens is, for the different parts that connect to each other, whether that's like an arm connecting to like your shoulder here, whether that's, you know, like like a sword that's being connected to a hand, almost every case it's going to be essentially a peg is on one part of the figure, and then a hole is on the other part of the figure. So you basically just have the peg that goes into the hole. There's a bit of glue that kind of holds that together in between there. But as far as this goes, so Double Trouble's mask actually has a peg on the back side of it, and then the rest of his head has a big hole behind it that that peg fits into. And as far as Double Trouble goes, it's just kind of like a big rectangular peg. So what ended up happening, I guess, when this figure was being made was the head, it still fit just fine when flipped upside down, and it just happened to be put together that way, which really, with anything that gets mass produced, you kind of got to expect some factory errors to slip through here and there. Usually they try and catch them before they go out, but it doesn't always happen. But this is one of the most interesting factory errors that I have personally ever seen. and one that I'm definitely glad that I'll be putting in here. And as well, since it is not the US release, or US packaging, but it is the UK packaging, another good thing to be testing, but from what it looks like, everything fits perfectly. Love it. And that is him there. Yeah, Trouble Double, there you go. Haven't heard that name in a while. I like and went through a ton of iterations to craft a perfect protector. Yeah, you did a really good job on these. But anyways, that is all the figures that I had out here. There's a whole bunch more figures and packs that I have, whether that's variants or not, that I'll be getting in to these sleeves, but that's all the ones I pulled out for now. I'm gonna let you guys go. Again, I really appreciate everyone who tuned into the stream today, or anyone that happens to be watching this in the future. Really appreciate you guys. I mean, I could go through the whole, like, please like, comment, subscribe, all that. It does help me out kind of thing, but you guys all know that. But yeah, super happy with all the pickups today, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good one.